Making music is unbelievably hard. It's so difficult that I would say that modern music is a miracle. If you don't know anything about music production, almost all modern music is made in a DAW, also known as a digital audio workstation, if you want to get technical about it. Some of the most popular DAWs are Ableton Live, Logic Pro, Pro Tools, and FL Studio. But let's just take a look at one of these DAWs. Surely they can't be that hard, right? Opening up any one of these programs is like being told to fly one of the US military's most advanced aircrafts without being taught anything. FL Studio was a bit too complicated for me, so let's look at Logic Pro. It's kind of like GarageBand. So this isn't too bad. You have the timeline on the top right, the instrument panel on the left, and the mixer on the bottom. The only problem is when you start adding effects, and Logic Pro looks like this really fast. But how do we even get to this point? Well, first, we have to start with instruments. So here we have a piano. It's made up of 88 keys, and starting from the center is middle C. The notes then go up the alphabet, from C to G, but after G, instead of H, we have A. At least this is somewhat understandable and intuitive. So taking this intuition, let's look at how a guitar is laid out. Its layout is really similar to the piano, except I fucking lied. This abomination of unicorn shit that you're seeing on the screen right now is the note layout for a guitar. I swear it's confusing enough that even a Buddhist monk would get angry at a guitar trying to learn it. These layouts vary drastically between each instrument. This is what it looks like on a saxophone, violin, French horn, you get the idea. On each of these instruments, notes can be combined into chords, which are formed by playing multiple notes at once. Of course, the notes that you're going to use in a song really depends on the sound that you're going for. On top of just the way they're played, each instrument has its own distinct sound too, which artists can use to create a specific feel or vibe of their music. This is the fundamental that forms genres. Looking at jazz, for example, it often uses a bright piano sound along with softer, drier sounding drums. It uses complex chords as well as a lot of fill notes to sound more free or flowing. On the complete opposite end is music like EDM or electronic dance music. This genre uses a lot of synthesizers, drum machines, and samplers to try to sound robotic, but still interesting. There's also pop music, which often uses catchy, simple melodies to hook your ear. That being said, there's also music with no genre, or a combination of genres. No matter how many boxes you try to fit every part of music, every song, or collection, there's always songs that need to go into their own box. This makes music even harder because there's not really any rules to follow. Sure, there are musicians that give their success to using theory, like the circle of fifths and other techniques. Then there are other artists, like Kevin Parker, who don't really have any music theory training. They just do what sounds good. This makes making music a confusing maze that it's often hard to find even the first step. The other day, I googled what part of a song do musicians start with, and Google told me sometimes they start with the lyrics, or the bass line, or the drums. So pretty much it just told me they start with whatever the fuck they want. But at least we know that they start with instruments, which brings us back here. I had no idea that making music was going to be this difficult until I actually tried it. I didn't even start with something that hard either. I didn't try to come up with my own song, I just tried to recreate someone else's. So I tried to recreate Tame Impala's song, Yes, I'm Changing. And this was how it turned out. YouTube, please don't kill my entire family. I can't even begin to tell you how fucking hard it was just to make that small clip. I think in total I probably spent around 3 or 4 hours on this project, and over half of that time was messing around in the synthesizer that you're seeing on screen. Honestly, it gave me a whole new world of appreciation for music. I can't listen to any song now without wondering, how did they make this? What chords did they use? What notes did they use? What effects are they using? It made me appreciate it even more, and I hope now you do too. Also, before the video ends, can we just talk about that one friend who says, I don't really listen to music. Like, bro, you're not real. There's no way that this is what your day sounds like.
Coming to bed, honey?
Yes, dear.
Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Like if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it, and subscribe to see me around.